You see that smooth transition?
Mm.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, yo.
Welcome back to the Social Den, Season 5.
Excuse me.
This is episode 7. I had to cheat, but yeah. This is episode 7. Welcome in. We are your hosts, CJ and Sharice, as always. We appreciate every single one of y'all for being here. Shout out to the 17 million in the building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what the show is about. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna indulge and delve a little more after I go through this chat and say what's up to the den dwellers. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get right to it. You know what I'm saying? StreamYard in the building. Welcome in. You know what I'm saying? They banging on my door for a payment right now. You know, but
I seen that email too.
Yeah,
I need to tell you, you need to.
I had to push them to the side.
You
know
need
what
to
I'm saying?
pay them. Pay them.
We got Cuzzo Sticks. Cuzzo Sticks is in the bed. He not here. You know, he always makes sure he says hi first in every chat. But you know, he gonna catch the playback tomorrow. So shout outs to Cuzzo. We got Leo and Wanston in the building. House of Vex.
Hey, fam.
Welcome in. We got the beautiful Grateful Heart in the building. Welcome in.
Hey, Grateful.
You know what I'm saying? We got one of the most gangster females on YouTube. Boss bitch Toya in the building.
Gangster she is, talking all her crap.
We got Unc in the building.
Hey, Unc.
What up, Unc? The Honorable Joni Meeks in the building.
Joni Love.
We got Sassy Sonia in the building.
Hey, sassy girl.
Let me see. Who else we got up in Chia? We ain't missing nobody. We got Miss Niecy in the building. Welcome in.
Hey, love bug.
Annie B in the building. Welcome in.
Hey, Annie.
Let me see. Who else? We got the Essence of Sonia in the building. Welcome in.
Hey, sister.
What up, sis? Tag for short in the building.
Hey,
we got some heavy hitters in this bed. Official Jamia in the building. Welcome in, Jamia. Good Lord. We got one of my favorite.
You skipped my brother.
Where? AJ in the building. God damn.
AJ.
Shit. One of my favorite people ever, Michelle in the building. Welcome in.
Hey, Michelle. One of the ones putting up with CJ BS all the time.
Keep me on my toes. Daphne in the building. Welcome in. All right, so we reached the bottom. Shout out to the 19 million in the building, y'all. So, y'all, tonight is a special show because it is revolving around a topic that you guys have been wanting us to keep around. So we like to call it the grief series. As sad as that sounds, but it's a good series because we've had some great grief episodes, and tonight is no different. We have what up, Marcus?
Hey, Marcus. Bro, Marcus.
Everybody, welcome Marcus Banks in the building. So tonight we will be talking about grief, but this version of the series, we will be talking about losing a parent at a young age. Mm-hmm. So this one is going to be very very good. I'll talk about my part. My wife will talk about her part, and we have somebody backstage that want to tell their part too. Y'all ain't know about this one. Y'all ain't know about this.
But
see, you know,
if y'all be paying attention, and if you got a memory that's better than mine, you will know who our guest is tonight, because our guest is the one who actually suggested that we cover losing a parent at a young age.
Whose show is this?
What?
Whose show is this? Who owns the Social Den?
You.
Us. So we can do what we want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna pause a little bit.
We gonna pause?
Yeah, we're gonna pause a little bit.
Okay.
I want y'all to guess who's back. Never mind.
Well, dang, Grateful.
Never mind.
Grateful be having all the memories. Sharice, everybody memory better than you. Sonya, I'm trying not to curse.
All right, y'all. What up, Latrice?
Hey, Latrice. Hey, boo-boo.
All right, y'all. Well, Grateful already then dropped the bomb because I was about to do a little guessing game.
You should have just ignored Grateful's comment.
Nah, it's good. It's all cool. But y'all, yes, our special guest backstage, y'all know her very well. She's the reason we even came up with this topic for this series or this portion of the series, the grief series. So y'all give it up for the one and only Auntie. I was about to say MRTV, but Sharice would have cussed me out.
Yep.
Hey guys, hey.
What up, Auntie?
Hey.
It's our favorite Auntie.
Welcome in.
Hey
Welcome.
everybody.
What up, Prince? Prince Daniel in the building. How you feeling, Auntie?
I feel great.
Good.
Marvelous.
Yeah, so like we said, y'all, this was Auntie's idea. It was a great idea. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna take us down, her journey of losing a parent at a young age. And I'm sure my wife is gonna indulge as well. And I'll kind of indulge, but I didn't lose my mom at a young age. So, but I'll still talk.
Somewhat of a young age,
young.
but a young adult
Young
age.
adult, yeah. So but yeah, so we're gonna get right into it. So we're gonna give Auntie the floor and let her tell us about, her experience.
Oh, we're just gonna jump right in.
Right,
Oh, okay.
Any final games. Any final games.
Okay, so with me, my loss started when I was 14. I done told this a little bit here and there throughout the times I've been on YouTube, but I haven't went into detail.
Right.
So at 14, I lost my mom to sclerosis of the liver. Okay. And before her, now let me just say, before her passing, I hadn't dealt with death. I hadn't went to a funeral. I hadn't none of that. So she was actually the first person that I had to go through death with. Okay. And it was, to me, it was unexpected. It kind of came and happened pretty fast.
Right.
While I was just getting ready to start school, in September. Although I knew she was sick, I didn't know the severity of it, and we was just going on throughout our days, me going to school. We had just moved into another house as well. Stuff was still in boxes and everything, and I started noticing her deteriorating slowly, but she didn't come to me and she didn't say anything to me about anything. I just kind of looked and seen that she was getting sick or whatever. And when I come home from school, I'd have to help. Like certain things would normally be done. My lunch would be already ready and things have been done and she'd be up and about. Stuff start not getting done. She started sleeping a lot and things of that nature. And, it was just me and her. And every time, one of her sisters or my aunts would call, she would just tell me to tell them, I don't want to talk, I don't feel like being bothered or whatever. So as a child, that's what I did. She was like, she didn't, so that's what I did. And I guess I did that one too many times, because then my grandmother, which is my mom's mom, she was in Alabama. Next thing I know, she was here. She had came like, wait a minute, now my other daughters can't get in touch with her. She ain't calling back. So she came up and sat with me, and then when people found out, they started coming around and things of that nature. I remember when they told me, I was in the kitchen, with family, and they presented it to me and let me know what was about to happen. It wasn't something that, they kind of prepared me for it. Although I had seen her, I didn't know that it was going to be it. So they kind of prepared me for it and so forth. And then like days later, she was gone. It kind of happened real quick. She was gone. After that, I took it really hard because we had a really close relationship. It it was just me and her, like I done told people I don't have no siblings. Her and my father had separated. So it was just me and her for like some years.
Right.
So when it happened, it took me, I'm not going to go into all the details and that, but it hit me, very hard. So
Right.
after the funeral and everything, I guess life was supposed to just go back to normal. I guess I thought I was going back to normal because, I hadn't thought about, any negative things. I never was like mad at God or anything. I just felt like, it was time for her to go and he wanted his child back. We all only here temporarily, and I always felt like I knew my parents was on loan, anyway, on this earth, So when she left, I guess, eventually I kind of got over it, and nobody to talk to about it. So I just figured, hey, life goes on, and we keep moving. So that's what I did. I ended up moving in with auntie, my aunt, and I stayed with her. Now at this time, while I was staying with her, I couldn't go with my father. My father was sick at this time too. Okay, he had cancer at this time. So I didn't know because him and my mom were separated. So I didn't even know, what was going on with him until I moved in with my aunt and then found out, So then I started with him the process, because he was already sickly. I ended up going and staying with him because I was there to help him. I was 16, I was 17 when my father passed. So I was 16 when I moved in with him, because the nurse had to come and, I had to get taught everything that I needed to do to help him. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. It was like, boom, this is what you got to do. Boom. And I'm like, wow. So all of that happened really fast. And I did everything they told me to do, as far as his medicine and everything. Now I'm 17. I'm like, okay, wow, so I did it, of course, I learned everything I needed to learn. I made sure I cleaned them up, this, that, and the other, and so forth, and I remember one day he came in the kitchen, and although he, I don't know what type of cancer it was, he had like cancer of the throat, I believe throat and, mouth because they had to, put that little trachea thing there and they had to take half his tongue and so forth and so forth, but he, I don't know what was going through his mind, but he still was smoking. He was a smoker, even after all of that. I guess he felt like, ain't no use in stopping now, or whatever. But he came up to me in the kitchen. He had a cigarette in his hand then, and he was like, well, your father ain't going to be here too much longer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, ooh, when you hear that.
Yeah.
So, we bonded and hugged and everything. And I'm like, still not really getting it.
Right.
Like I get it, but I still wasn't getting it. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I don't know how much time passed after that, but it wasn't long. And then one morning I got the call from the hospital and he was gone. And I remember, like, I just dropped the phone, after they had told me, I just started screaming, by myself. I think, no, my girlfriend was over and her boyfriend because they had came over and spent the night. My daddy was in the hospital. And I started screaming and they came running out the room, and so forth. And I called family and let them know everything. And then after that, we got ready and got the arrangements together for him. Family came. We had the funeral and everything. Family left, in that order. It was nothing. It wasn't, I don't recall anybody saying anything to me, even after my mom passed. It was nothing said. It was nothing. And at that time, I didn't really pay no attention to it. I just thought I was going on with my life, which I was. You know what I'm saying? After he passed in the funeral, I ended up staying in the house that he was in, until I was able to move because my father, he had worked at a metal factory. It's called Great Lake Steel here in Michigan. And so I had got a check from them because he had worked there for
Mm.
so many years. The check was so big, I didn't even know how to read it. I'm going to be very honest. I'll be very honest. I had to call my auntie, like, how much, how
Yeah.
much is this for, But that got me to where I could be on my feet and everything and pay bills and so forth. And
Mhm.
I had already had my first child. He was 6 months when my father passed.
Mm.
So my father at least got a chance to see him, before he passed and so forth. But, the funeral, family gonna be family. You had people arguing and bickering and, going back and forth. And we had Jehovah Witnesses in the family that didn't agree with this and that. And it's like people, they argue and fuss over the stupidest stuff. Like, why are y'all arguing at the
Mhm.
funeral home? You
Right.
know, at
Mhm.
the funeral home, y'all arguing and going back and forth, but at the same time, I'm sitting around like, well, so we get through all of that of the funeral, and I'm going to work and things of that nature. And after that, everything, the support system, none,
Mm.
none. Nobody reached out. I got maybe a call here and there, but nobody came. Nobody came and constantly talked to me, asked me how I was feeling, about what you done went through, losing both parents by 17,
Mhm.
and nothing. They didn't come, nothing. I just went on with my life, so I had no support team, you know. And at the time I didn't, like I said, I didn't really pay it no mind. I just knew that they didn't come, and I was so busy trying to work and take care of my baby. I just kept going, you know. But that support team would have meant a lot for me. I end up going through, I didn't even know I was going through something until I was like in my 30s.
Mhm.
I didn't even know. I thought I was living life, doing my thing because I'm working. I'm living life. I'm celebrating holiday, like I'm just going through life. But on the inside, it didn't go that way. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I was having mental issues without telling anybody because I didn't even really know they was mental issues dealing with the loss of my parents.
Mhm.
My mother, like I said, I was 14 when she passed.
Mhm.
So I automatically, when I started having my children, by me not having no parents or no siblings, I leashed on to them really tight. I had nobody else to leash on. You felt like that. I felt like that was it. So it was me and my kids, you
Right.
know. And I ended up not understanding that I was, what's the like overpowering,
Mhm.
doing too, I was doing too much,
Yeah.
and my husband actually was the one he like, you babying them, you
Yeah.
this and that, and, and so forth. And I'm scared to let them go because I thought with both of my parents, they left, they never came back.
Mhm.
With both. They went to the hospital, they never came back. So I was always thinking, you leave, you never coming back.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because I didn't get any mental evaluations done. In my head, I just put what I wanted to put together. So I thought with each one of my kids that when they turned 14, I was going to die. Because in my head, that's what, my mind was telling me. So every time one turned 14, I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? But they made it, all of them turned 14. So then I was like, well, boom, I'm good, so forth. Then I thought I was going to die at 39 because my mama died at 39
Right.
Mhm.
because nobody,
Yeah.
it was just, nothing. So for years, I felt like something was going to happen to me, until I passed 39. And then I was like, okay, I made it. See, I didn't just turn 39. In my head, I made it,
Mm.
because I just knew something was going to happen. So then I realized something's not right. And I'm not supposed to be feeling like this.
Right.
But because I didn't get any support, from family, I ain't gonna even say friends because I was young.
Right.
I ain't never really had no friends anyway, but to go through something as dramatic as losing the two most important people in your life
Mhm.
and your family showed nothing.
Yep.
I had a cousin. She did the best she could do. She was married. She married young, straight out of high school. And her husband was in the army and she was traveling. She was not around as much as she wanted to be, you know. But other than that, that was it, and I just was like, I felt like I was just left out of, just left to the wolves. So there go my support team. I had none.
Mm-hmm.
And how I coped with it was making my own mental judgment of what was going to happen in my life, you know, because I wasn't taught or told or, anything. You know what I'm saying? So all my years, I was like, hey, I'm doing good. I didn't turn to this. I didn't start doing that,
Mhm.
and so forth. But my head, it was a mental thing. And see, I don't think a lot of families understand when kids go through stuff at a young age, you have to be there. You can't just let it happen and move on.
Right.
They have to be watched, observed, talked to, asked questions. The people that would have done that for me were the people that were gone.
Right. Yeah.
So I had nobody to do that. A sibling would have done it, didn't have one. So I end up, just doing my own thing and out here partying, hanging, I could pay my bills and things of that nature, but I wasn't doing the things in life that I should have been doing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Having my first child at 17, then having another child and having another child, and wasn't financially set to have either one of them. I'm going to just put it out there. That's like one of the main things I always wish I could take back. The things I did in regards to raising my kids because I did it so young and wasn't mentally stable myself, and I made a lot of bad decisions, but I always made sure they ate. We had a roof. I did the stuff once again. I thought I was doing the right thing because I'm making sure they got this. I'm making sure they got that. I'm doing this and that, but then I'm partying. I'm thinking, oh, we partying, but as long as we were family, it's okay. But you still supposed to parent, and I didn't do as much parenting as I would have done or I did when I was in my 30s and 40s. I always say my youngest got the best of me as a parent because by then I had matured, and I told my oldest, in which I told all of them, I apologized to them for making the decisions I did. With having them, not that I didn't want them, I love them without everything in me, but I would not have done that because I wasn't ready. It's a
Right.
lot of things, man. This ain't even the show.
Mhm.
This ain't even the show. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But because of that, a lot of stuff happened. And I felt like if family would have held on and clinched on to me and gave me what I needed, a lot of choices I would have made in life wouldn't have happened. Perhaps I knew I would have still done some stuff because I'm human.
Right.
But when you just out there to do whatever, once my father passed, his friends, his friends started coming on to me. Now my father was in his 50s. So you got these 50 and 60-year-old men that was his friends, approaching his daughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this is crazy. Because I used to still go over to his house because he had like a clubhouse at the
Mhm.
bottom of his house where old retirees would go, and yeah, they shoot pool, they drank, they did all that. But I'm thinking these cool people because they was always cool. when my daddy was around, and every time I came over, and they would be like, "Hey, Maria," Nene Pooh, Nene Pooh, my nickname, Maria, and so forth. And then when he passed, I said, "What in the heck is going on?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, life started kicking me hard,
Wow.
but I didn't get that support system. I think that's very important that people do support children when they having any type of loss
Mm.
young, because if you don't support them, that don't they don't make the right choices, and they have stuff going on, that people don't really see. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But my family relationship was ruined because when I grew up, I realized y'all left me to the wolves. So I got mad at them. I got mad. I still loved them, but I was mad on the inside because I'm thinking, did you not? Did you just didn't care, or what happened? And everybody was just going on like it never mattered that nobody ever sat me down and said anything. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But it took me a long time to say, I got to forgive them and
Mhm.
move on. I had to forgive them and move on, and that's what I've done. I'm like, it's hurting me to keep being mad at you for something clearly you don't think you did anything wrong anyway.
Right.
To this day, you never say, well, dang, let me, I hate how it went. We should have done A, B, and C, but
Mhm.
maybe they gave all they had. I don't know. But it ruined that, with the family and everything because I had animosity against y'all. Because I'm like, well, how come don't nobody understand where I'm coming from? In
Mhm.
regards to wasn't anybody there when I lost the two most important people in my life.
Mhm.
Within I can dang near say months away.
Yep.
Yeah.
One passed in 84, the other one in 87. So I ain't even graduated high school yet. But it didn't seem like they thought that I needed something. I don't know, but that's what I want to tell people to just really, and it don't have to be children, but that's just something that related to me.
Mhm.
But you really don't let people lose somebody and not have a back, not look out for them, not make sure they okay. You
Right.
know, even if you come on in September, come back in November, you good?
Right.
Just making sure whatever, when it come down to children, don't do it because it'll come out in another fashion with kids.
Mm.
I'm just lucky for me that I didn't go down that negative path. You know what I'm saying? I did a little bit because I was too wild because I didn't have any network. Nobody saying don't do that, Maria. What are you doing, Maria? I was doing what I want, how I want, when I want,
Mhm.
and made some jacked up decisions, but as I grew up, I realized I couldn't continue to punish myself because I really did. I punished myself because of decisions I made, because of what I was battling on my own on the inside, and one of those being the things and choices I made with my children
Mhm.
because of it, and I'm just happy and blessed that, I'm able to sit here with all of that and still say, I'm in a good place.
Mhm.
Now I'm in a good place. I never, like I said, I never blame God. How people be like, God, why did you do this? God, I'm mad, for whatever reason, I never did, not with either one of them. I never got angry, you know. Don't ask me why. It's just, we were in the church a lot as kids, okay? A
That's
lot. For
that's
real. We drove like 2 hours to church every Sunday. We had to go to Easter 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to get to church. We was the churchers. So I guess, just that
mm,
helped me, get through it. So
that's good because a lot of people do blame God and question God. I know I went through my phase where I questioned and blamed.
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
It's hard. It's not easy. That's for sure. Losing a parent at any age is hard. But to lose them that young, 3 years apart is insane.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And for you to still be here smiling and you got a beautiful family and a beautiful life and everything.
And
you know,
love on people the
and
way
right,
that
and
you
love
love
on
on
exactly,
people.
right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Shout out to the 34 million in the building. We got quite a few comments to get to,
Okay.
and then I'll let Sharice indulge a little bit
Okay.
experience. Chocolate Drop said, I know that feeling, Maria. My mom was 47 when she passed. I was 25.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry for your
Sorry
loss,
for
Chocolate
every
Drop.
yeah,
Sorry
everybody.
for your lost chocolate drop.
Grateful said family is the worst in my opinion, and that's what I experienced. That's a fact.
Wow.
Yeah, it seems like hurt comes from family a lot. And it seems like a lot of the love and support you get comes from the from the friends you meet that becomes family.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Strangers even.
Yeah.
You're right. Absolutely.
Daphne said grief counseling is very important. I didn't get it. And I went down a dark hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely, Daphne. See, that's what I was saying. How people go different routes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Dom.
Big Dom in the building. There's quite a few
Welcome
people
to
came in.
everybody
Yeah.
that came in that we missed. We do
Yeah.
apologize. Trey
Yeah.
and Nene, Auntie Simply, Big Dom,
Yeah.
Rico.
And anybody we missed. Welcome into the 34 million in the building. It's very scary. It is. It is. Especially, if some people, go through it and they see people go through it and then they have a fear of going through it. So
Yeah.
it can be.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Toya said, I don't know what love from parents feel like. I want to experience it.
Wow, that's deep.
Yes.
And it's that type of stuff I'm talking about right there. You know, and family, if you know that you have somebody in your family that haven't experienced something like love from a parent, we supposed to come together.
Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact. Grateful said, yes, Maria, we are so scared as kids. Says, thank you for shedding light on this. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I mean, I think, of course, when we kids, we are the most vulnerable, the most sensitive. We sponges. You know what I'm saying? We soak
Right.
a lot. Everything we see, everything we hear. That's why kids act out things when they playing with their toys and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You can always tell what they hear and what they've learned when you watch and listen to them play with their toys or with their friends.
Right.
My daughter did it.
Mm-hmm.
And our daughter, excuse me, will come home and be playing with her toys, and we would find out everything that happened in school, what teacher said to her. You know what I'm saying? Teacher said something wrong to her or said something nice to her, she would, without even us asking her, she would just be playing with her toys, and we would hear everything. Okay, we know what she did that day.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a definite thing.
Kids are smart, a lot smarter than what we give them credit
That's
for.
a fact.
Absolutely. They really are.
Yeah. Sonia said, I know children have taken their life because they lost parents and family didn't support them or no counseling was available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I always was so thankful that I never went that route. It could have happened so easily. I remember when they told me my mother was passing, because it was like my daddy, my grandmother, my auntie had sat me down in the kitchen. And when they told me that she was going to pass, I remember screaming. I shot out the house and ran. I was on my way to the hospital. Don't even ask me. I just shot out. They ran out, was chasing me. It's crazy. Mm-mm.
Dom said, you're a strong, beautiful woman, Maria. I look up to you. You're an awesome role model.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Oh, thank you, Big Dime. Thank you.
That's a fact. You ain't.
Thank you.
That's because you're trying to feel the pain, baby. I tried drinking and going to clubs, and it did not work. The pain was still there.
Yep.
can't shield it.
You can't. I
Yeah.
mean, the drinking and the drugs or whatever
Temporary.
whatever you turn to is temporary. It takes it away for that
Mhm.
moment. But as soon as you sober up, it
right back.
comes right back.
And sometimes it come back harder.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and it make it so bad. Like the family member, my auntie that allowed me to stay with her after my mom passed, she was already going through something. My auntie was, which everybody had knew was an alcoholic. Okay. But she opened her doors with no problem, you know, going through her own battles.
Mhm.
Because that is indeed a battle,
Right.
you know, that she went through. And she was like the closest auntie because she kept it real.
Mhm.
Even when she was in her little stupors, she would be telling the truth because she couldn't tell it sober,
Right.
you know. Mm.
Uncle said, I lost my mom when I was 4. I think that's why I latched on to women a lot. Wow, 4 is crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
So we had a few things in common, me and the cowboy.
Right.
Mhm.
Mm.
Wow.
Dom said, same thing happened to me, Maria. People sick in them shadows.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the first time I found out that people were sick in the mind, too.
Grateful said, yes, Maria. As kids, we so needed more attention. Thank you for shedding light on this. Thank you, sis, for your so much of your transparency.
You're welcome. It helped me too. This is the first time I done spoke on it outside of my family and my husband, you know. So it's helping me as well just to be able to, you know, speak with you all about it, you know.
Yeah.
It's a help, you know, so.
We appreciate you being comfortable enough to share your story on our platform. You know,
Absolutely.
I think that's pretty dope as well. So
I'm happy I'm here. You know, wouldn't have been happier nowhere else but here doing this. You
right.
know what I'm saying? With people that we didn't connected with for a long while. So if I can do anything to help anybody that has been going through it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. Questions? You got any questions or anything that I might be able to help you through? I'll do my best. No problem.
That's right. So you said, okay, it's more clear why I got pregnant at 14 and I held her close to me. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you go through that at a young age and then, you know,
Yeah.
you just live. I mean, a lot of people live in fear, you know. They live in fear.
I absolutely.
Yeah.
That was me living in fear and I didn't even know it. I
Mhm.
was living in fear of dying. I was living in fear of them dying. I was living in fear, you know, when I thought I was living, I actually wasn't.
Yep.
Right.
Because my mind was constantly battling with different things. So, yeah.
Mhm. Simply said, my youngest sister was a wild thing, couldn't keep a quarter, but she made sure her son was good at 16. Direct payments to a $250,000 policy. I know that's
Mhm. Right.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm. Tell her let me hold $5 once you get that.
This man,
He
this
said
man,
just don't care. He just don't care. Just
I
that's
mean,
just it.
you
He just
don't know
he
how to
like, you know.
I mean,
You know.
$200,000, $5. You ain't gonna miss $5. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He simply say the word. Just say the word.
For real.
Tag said, yes, support children and look out for the predators that may come after. My sister and my nieces experienced that when her husband passed away. People are something else. Yes, they
They
are.
are.
People are sick.
People
They
are.
are very sick.
Yes, they
I
are.
couldn't believe it. I say these old men. Here
Mhm.
I am, 17,
Yep.
and my father's body ain't hard in the ground. And you already over here trying to talk to me. I was
Mhm.
like, I was pissed, furious,
Mhm.
and sick. Like, ugh.
Mm,
Yep. Because they saw that the person that could protect you was gone.
right.
That's exactly it.
Yep.
You know.
Because if he had knew that they was even thinking it, let
Man.
me tell you something. My daddy had plenty of pew pews. Okay. And people People was literally scared of him. Do you hear me?
Right.
For real. He was a short, dark-skinned, cocky, hands was short, but they was fat.
Right.
He make a fist boil. That fish you knew was coming to knock you out. For real. He was no joke. But then on the other hand, he helped anybody. You
Right.
know, he kept us with this, taking us out to eat. And back in our day, we wasn't going to like McDonald's. We was going to the steakhouse.
Right.
When my dad and our uncle said, "Hey, we taking the kids out to eat," we was going to the steakhouses. We was eating good for real. You know, so it was just that generation
Yeah.
Mhm.
for real.
Yes, a lot of family. I'm sorry, Grateful said, yes, a lot of family left me to the wolves, Maria, but God, I'm truly thankful and grateful for it all. Yep.
Mm, Amen.
Yep.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, a lot of the things that we went through were terrible, but at the end of the day, when you really think about it, in our mature minds, we have to say got to be thankful for it, because we wouldn't be who we are today
Without it.
Yep.
You know, my personality might not be this as it is now if I hadn't went through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It taught me to be humble.
Yep.
You know, it taught me to appreciate life. That's why it just so happened I was just talking to the people in my life. I was saying how that taught me how to appreciate life. Okay. And I never cared about saying how old I was. And if I get to be 90, I'm gonna let you know I'm 90. Because I think when you deal with loss, it makes you appreciate. So I was always thankful and grateful for every year, more than I probably would have if my life would have went on regular, you know.
Right. No, that's true.
So I'm very appreciative, and I'm not depressed or sad about the things that didn't happen to me in my life growing up, because like you just said, I think everything that happened to us is a learning lesson. We're supposed to learn from everything that take place in our life on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So I learned, you know, it humbled me, it strengthened me. My relationship with God was so strong when it took place. I think that's the main thing that helped me, you know, because it was so strong. Because my mama, you know, had us in church. We go to our grandmama house, my grandmama house. She had us in church like we was in church, you know, so that built a bond there self with God and helped me to get through, you know, all of that. So I'm grateful, just like grateful.
I know
that's right, Auntie.
For real.
That's just a song you said, well, baby, God had you, Maria. Family always falls short. Never think they did anything wrong.
Never did anything wrong.
God preaching in this chat.
They know the truth.
Trey and Nene said, Maria, I couldn't imagine. I would still be screaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a hard, it's not easy.
I left a lot of details out. Now I'm not gonna even go into it. It's a whole lot. I just wanted to kick into the loss, you know, more so than anything. So
lost both of our parents at an early age. It affects us mentally, physically.
Oh, so sorry to hear that, Lex TV.
Sorry for your loss, Annie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tag says, sorry to hear that, Lex. You never know what people have been through. That's a fact.
Never know anybody's story.
That's a fact. And it's so dope when you learn it, but I feel like it's a lot of people that don't feel comfortable telling their stories because they feel like they're gonna be judged or and you know, or the person ain't gonna keep it to themselves.
But I ain't never cared about what people think about what anything I do or say. That's just me.
Right.
You know, period. You know, so I've always been, hey, you ask me the question, I'm gonna give you the answer. Right. That's just it. You know, if I can help somebody or whatever.
Right.
You know, deep down, that's always how I felt. But because of how my mom raised me, I've never been comfortable enough to share things. So that's what made me be so closed in. But it's been because of CJ, and then this platform added to that. Now I've become more open. And then now that the social den has been birthed, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna share it all.
I mean, you just look at the history of the show. Like, how many people have come on our show and let it out? You know, what I'm saying? They was comfortable enough to come on our show and share their stories, and that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot because you you know everybody ain't comfortable with doing that, especially in front of a bunch of people that they don't know like that. You know what I'm saying? We've had people come on this show that really don't really know our chat like that, but was comfortable enough to still come and tell their story or whatever it was, the topic was, whatever.
Exactly.
Because we all we got.
Yep.
You
There
know?
you go.
So I just think it's pretty dope, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really dope.
So Grateful said, "Thank you, Miss Maria. So very true. But God, I thank you."
Yes, ma'am.
Amen.
That's amazing. Tag said, "That's amazing, Maria. I was so angry after losing my sister. I didn't always show it, but I was very mad at God, even being a preacher's kid myself." What's wrong with that? There's nothing.
Yep, you was going through your natural emotion. You know what I'm saying? That's where it come where you got your family and friends that's supposed to, come and put their arms around you and tell you, it's not God's fault. You know what I'm saying? I just always said it's just not those his kids. He gave them to me on borrow. You know what I'm saying? So he was ready to take them back sooner than I wanted, but hey, that was his kids.
She lived on folks by beating them with slippers.
Sonya, sit your don't.
She's looking for her slipper right now. You about to get it, sister.
Sonya, let me tell you something. Not in the middle of the mental grief session. Not today, for real. So since you want to act up,
man, she put you
there
on the social den. Good Lord.
Damn, during the grieving episode, sister, you
no.
Aim to the corner.
No. Matter of fact, CJ, you too for asking for $5. Get your ass over there too. The hell. Now don't get me off course.
I thought I was safe. Damn.
Not at all.
Damn.
Now.
AJ said how difficult it can be grieving your parents while they are still living.
Now, yes.
Whoa, that's deep.
What does that mean?
Grieving your parent while this.
It's like, if I'm not mistaken, AJ will probably say, but I believe he's saying, I'm grieving you while you're still here, because sometimes when people have bad relationships with their parents and they're living,
like you,
they still call it like a grieving process because you hear.
Like,
yeah, that's
in the beginning.
That's pretty deep.
That's deep.
Even you and Stink in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic, AJ.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right. Same situation. I mean, same window, but different topic. It's still dealing with grief.
Yeah.
Wow. One thing, Chocolate Drop said, one thing I could say before my mom passed, she did what she knew and raised us up knowing God and Jesus. Because she passed, that's all I. Because after she passed, that's all I had, and that's all. Yeah, that's all that made sense. Yeah, that's great that she did.
Yeah,
but it's one more thing that I forgot to mention. When my mother, like I said, when she passed, she was telling me how not to tell anybody anything, and so forth. That made me keep stuff to myself.
Right.
It didn't matter what I've never been a person that, I kept my stuff to myself. I didn't have friendships with people and they done got mad at me because I'm not an open book like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm very private. I don't tell my business. And I don't know if it came from that, or was I going to be like that naturally? I
Mm.
don't know.
Yeah,
No, that's a fact. That's a
that's
fact.
yeah. That makes sense because I kind of went through that as well. My mother used to tell me not to say anything. It was a big what happens in this house stays in this house type thing, and you don't tell people my business. But she would go and tell every little thing, that I did and stuff like that. So then it, becomes a whole thing when you are growing up. So
Absolutely. You know how hard it was for me not to say nothing to nobody? It was so hard. It was so hard, but I was like, my mama told me not to.
hmm
And that's all I'll say. She told me not to.
yeah.
So I'm doing what she tell me to do. And I had an auntie who told me after that, though, she was in her emotions, and she was like, you're the reason my sister did, and that hit me hard
Mm,
because me not knowing, you know, I always felt like then after she said that, I was like, ooh, would she still be living if I had said something?
Mm.
mm,
So that ate me up. That ate me up because I'm like, I never thought about it. I
mm.
just knew that she told me not to say nothing. She told me don't open the door. She told me, and I did it.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know. And then she said it that she held hostility against me for that.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh, shout outs to the 28 million in the building. Y'all, we got quite a few comments to get through. I'm just trying to go through and just star. Okay, yeah, I finally reached the bottom. Okay. Um, Big Dom said I had to grieve my parents twice. The parents that I wanted them to be in their actual passing, knowing I'd never have that dynamic with them.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
Big Dime.
a lot of people going through that and that deals with that, Big Dom. So you definitely ain't the only one. There's
Yep.
a lot of people that shouldn't be parents right now. You know, I don't know. I ain't even. That's a whole nother show. But there's a lot of
Right.
people that should not be parents. I'll just leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Tag. I'm sorry. Ann Lex said, "Tag. I was just saying that. Lost my dad when I was in my 30s. My mom is still alive. Thank God."
Yep.
Sassy Sonia said, "Tag. When I lost my sister in 2023, I went through depression. I got counseling. She was only 57 years old. She took care of me and siblings while parents worked. She was very close to all of us.
Mm,
Mm-mm-mm.
Sorry for your loss, Sonia.
Right, Sassy.
yes.
You too, Big Dom. Everybody that's
Yeah.
sharing your stories. We want to just say sorry for all of your losses.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I used to have low self esteem. What happened, Edward?
Same here, Edward.
Why you ain't got it no more? AJ said, Toya, you got sibling love.
We
Yes, you
sure
do.
do. We all love you.
That's a fact.
Right, Toya.
That's a fact.
We
It
love you.
ain't gonna never change. Sonia said, I was 30 when I lost my dad, but baby, I might as well have been 6 because I'm a daddy's girl. And I just felt like I lost everything, but I had my mama to live for.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yep. You
Uh,
know.
Sassy Sonia said, and Lex, I lost my dad when I was in my 30s. I'm thankful my mom is still here. Yeah,
Hold on to
That's
it while
right.
you can, Sassy.
no, that's a fact.
Love them while they here. Bump that waiting until they afterwards. Bump that. Give them to them while they here.
Mm,
My family already know. I already told them when it's my time to go, I don't want no funeral. I don't want any of that.
Mm,
Period. I don't want it. Don't do it. I had one cousin. She was really like she was upset. She didn't understand. Like so, I said I don't want anything. Take that money and do something for you, your family. Ain't nobody got time for that. I've never liked going to funerals anywhere, especially with the first two being my parents. I was done with
mm,
funerals. You know, I think I done went to maybe in my life 5 funerals, and they were all close to me. I'm not going to, I can't, and I'm not, because I'm not mentally able. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want a funeral. I have all my arrangements written out. It's in the envelope in my drawer. I
Well,
want
that's
a funeral,
excellent.
but I changed my mind. I no longer want to be buried. I have my plot paid for, but I need to figure out what I need to do. I no longer want to be buried. I want to be cremated, and I want to be spread in the ocean with the whales.
Mhm.
I
Right,
I understand that. Yeah.
right. You know, so hey, it's what it is. Everybody wants something different, you know, and I'm never a judger. You know what I'm saying? But don't judge me on my decision.
Right.
That was my decision for me.
Right.
You know, I don't care to have people sitting all in a room sobbing and thinking depressed.
Yeah.
It's enough bad stuff and mental illness. No, go
Yeah.
on with your life. I'm gone.
Yeah, but not only that, but you don't want a bunch of phony people sitting there either.
Yeah. No.
Right, because I'm not one that's gonna get up like for real. Now
Right.
you know dang on well we ain't never liked each other. I know you was trying to talk to my husband behind my back. Don't play with me. For real. For real. Yeah, I ain't talked to you in 4 years. What you doing here?
Right.
I'm
Right.
telling you. Oh, do you hear me? And
Sis.
then I'm gonna go back to rest like
Mm-hmm.
Right. I've always just felt like that funeral was that final goodbye. I don't know. But I definitely get it.
you know. And I think that's why people, not all situations, but grief is much harder when people pass for certain people because you didn't give them the love they needed while they was here.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
You hurting. You
Mhm.
hurting because you know they deserve for you to say, I love you. I miss you. How are you? What you need? What's going on? But now that they gone, you want to cry and you're taking it hard because you didn't give what you were supposed to while the heart was beating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why one of my father children almost knocked him out the casket.
The loudest one is the ones that did the person the worst.
Hmm.
So,
Most of the time.
Ever said, "Thank God I had a good mother, and I was blessed to have my mother at age 76 before she went home."
Mm,
Oh, absolutely, Edward. So blessed.
blessed.
Hmm.
House Spec says, "CJ and Sharice Wanston here. Hard thing for me was to be one playing the home going and do everything. I had no time to cry. Let go. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
That was the same thing with me as well. Like, wow. Well, they kind of took that. So I didn't get anything from my mama. I didn't get anything from my daddy. You know how they pass you stuff?
yeah.
Like, okay, this is for the kids, and
mm,
I got nothing. You know, luckily I was able to hold on to a clock he had, but other than that, got nothing. Like
Mm.
crazy.
Yes, because I was drinking real hard when I lost my mom.
mm.
Mm-mm.
It goes back to what we said earlier. That drink and that buzz or that feeling only lasts for so long.
Yep.
When people start going down into a dark hole and turning to alcoholics or drug addicts because they don't know how to deal with the grief.
Yep.
So that's why they say, talking to somebody is a good. It ain't got to always be a therapist. It can be a friend, it can be family,
Hmm.
whatever.
Mhm.
You know, so it can be a stranger, as y'all can see.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So
For real.
that stranger, you sitting there waiting on the plane, person sitting beside you, y'all strike up a conversation, and then next thing you know, 10 years down the line, y'all still friends because of that one conversation.
Wow.
That one conversation, that's all it took.
You know, so
Hmm.
strange.
It is.
Auntie simply said that was 20 years ago, and if I ask him what he did with it, he says what money and winks.
Mm-mm.
Oh man, hey, 250, that's a lot right there. What's his name?
Hmm.
Where he live? Because I need to holler at him.
Go to the next.
Okay, all right.
Auntie simply, right, Auntie. To the corner he
My
go.
bad. Damn, and look, the comments coming in. CJ play all damn day.
All day.
$5 $4. CJ not gonna. You better tell him, Michelle. They ain't gonna miss that $5, ain't a brother, right? Exactly.
Don't feed into
Wow.
it.
Exactly. Miss Marie, I'm still trying to get my father to stop with the chewing tobacco, but God is going to have to take the taste out of his mouth because he my only parent left.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
praying that he can stop. Grace.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
CJ,
That's one thing I am happy. I stopped smoking those Newports. I'm happy about that.
I'm still praying on this one.
Yeah, I'm saying.
That's all right.
Yeah.
His day'll come.
It's coming.
It'll come when it's ready.
CJ Sharice, Cowboy Doctor, I knew I love y'all. Miss Maria, my heart goes out to you. We appreciate that, House of X.
Thank you so much, House of X. You as well.
Absolutely. Unc said, I must not be that mature then because I believe if I didn't go through what I went through, I would be better than I am today. I mean, hey.
And you know what? And I'm gonna say this, and we're in the same house. He hear me. But yeah, because once again, it goes back to what I was saying about me. How I went one way, my husband went the other. He held in anger.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of anger. So that just goes to show how people do and handle stuff differently when it comes to that.
Right. Everybody handles stuff differently.
Yep.
You know, and you can't judge a person on how they deal with it. You know, all you can do is just try to be there for them. That's it.
Yep.
What up? 1K Yellow Diamond in the building.
Hey, hey.
1K Diamond! If she's still here.
Welcome in.
She's so awesome.
Not Janice talking about, can she get a Newport? Hell no, you cannot.
Hey, yo.
Who asked for a Newport?
Miss
Miss
Niecy,
oh, shit.
go to bed.
Miss Niecy. No Newports for you, Miss Niecy.
No damn Newports. I wouldn't give you one if you asked me for one. What I'm sad about is my Auntie simply said, what I'm sad about is my grandma had a Bible with dates and events, but one of my aunts took it and now they're all gone except for my mom and uncle. Wow.
Oh, simply. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
swear, our grandmothers, great grandmothers, they was different.
They were.
They were. Because they was actually what they were.
Right.
They was the grandmothers, the great grandmothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to still be out in the street. They was in the house waiting on you to get your ass in here because I said be here by 8 o'clock.
Yep, that's a fact.
Lord knows I miss my grandmother.
I miss mine too.
I so love being raised in a generation that I was raised in. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a whole different thing back then. Right. And they was owners. They literally made you grow up in things. You know, we was babysitting at 10 and 12.
Yep.
We was at home getting home from school, cooking our food and doing whatever and going to the store. We was just saying how even when we was like 12 years old, we used to be able to go to the store and get groceries, get credit for the parents because they was giving out credit.
They give you a list and a book of give you a list and a book of food stamps.
And a book of food stamps, God dog it. And you go to the store and get what your parents said and come back.
And you better bring them food stamps that you didn't spend. You better bring my shit back.
Don't come back short.
Your ass gonna be short.
Your ass is gonna be short for real.
For real.
But we did more stuff than the kids do today.
Oh,
you know, at 12, 13 years old, we was damn near working somewhere doing something.
That's a fact. I was W-2s at 13.
Shut.
Shit. With a cigarette hanging off my lip.
I'm so done. I'm done. I'm done, Sharice. I don't know what to tell you. I'm done. I got my hands full over here, so I can't. God damn it.
Tag said that's so true. I feel the same about my age. About age. It's a blessing to grow older.
Absolutely.
It is, because with growing older means experience. You know what I'm saying? Means trials, means tribulations. And trials and tribulations don't always have to be bad. That's another thing I want to tell people. Just because it's a trial or tribulation don't mean it's got to be negative.
Right.
It's
It's
positive
something you need to go through.
tribulation, something that you got to go through. Even though in the moment it probably was negative, but in the long run it was positive because it taught you something.
Yes. Come on, CJ. Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Just because it was negative in the moment, and it made it positive because you went.
Bam.
Woo!
Ooh, you see that chill bump? Don't play with me. Don't play with me when he said it.
Come on, church. Don't make me start up in here now, because y'all know I will.
You see, I'm getting the church. I'm getting the church back now. Come on, now.
Hey, that's how they be in the front row at church, like this. Why they be hugging themselves? They be like this, like or rocking back and forth like this. I be looking at them like it's cold in here. Can somebody turn it? All right, let me stop.
They be trying to hold on to the Holy Ghost.
All right. Let me chill, because
both of y'all need to go to the corner. Both of y'all. CJ, take both of y'all butts to the corner.
He pulled me in, Sharice. I'm sorry.
Y'all know I'm not starting. I'm not doing this with y'all. Nope. Grateful Heart said yes. I could have lost my life in 7 weeks, but God.
Wow.
My daddy and mom. Yes, yeah.
Come on, Grateful. That's what I'm talking about. Amen.
Daphne said it's like you're trying to fill a black hole that is bottomless. You better say it.
Woo.
You better say it. She even put the emoji.
Yes, she did put the emoji.
That's a fact.
For real. Absolutely.
You are so telling the truth with your comments, sir. It so takes strength.
Yeah.
AJ said, yes, Auntie, we don't have good relationships, and their life choices are detrimental to their health. I can't force them to change and live right, and can't keep stressing about it.
That's right. You can't. That's what I had to learn. That's what I was saying. I had to realize that I had to let the anger go so that I can move on. You know, because the anger holds you back from moving on. You can't push forward. You know, they living life. They going on. Now you just, I gotta let that go. I gotta go on. I'm not holding any grudges. I don't want to hold no grudge. Ain't nobody worth holding a grudge for my mental state of mind. Do you hear me?
Right.
I ain't got time for that. If we ain't gonna be friends, we ain't gonna be friends. It's what it is. You know, I got to protect what's going on up. I'm too old for that now.
Yeah.
No,
that's a fact.
AJ, you definitely got to protect your peace, brother.
Yep. Keep doing it.
Look at them. Okay, Pastor CJ.
Don't y'all get Pastor CJ started.
I love you, bro, but I ain't going to hell with you tonight. I passed the natty daddy.
Daddy.
Chocolate Drop, I gotta text you tonight too, because I gotta ask you something. Don't let me forget Chocolate Drop.
Tag said, as I've grown up, I realized that healing may not always be here on earth. Sometimes your loved one's healing comes through death. It took time for me to get, man, Tag, you hit that right on the because I swear, when my mom passed away, she when I walked in that room, she was smiling. She had a little smile on her face when she passed. Like she was happy, like it's finally over.
Come on.
Because she was suffering while she was here.
See? And she knew.
She suffered a lot. Watching her go down that path that she went down, and knowing that I couldn't do nothing about it, but just try to be there for her. You know, but it sucks to watch your parents slowly drift away. So it's that's a real thing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Sucks to watch them slowly drift away, but CJ mother, she pulled strength out of places that I don't know where she pulled it out from, because she would be weak. But when she ain't want to deal with something, she would come up and she would pull strength out of places, and y'all get the hell out my room and go talk about what y'all need to talk about. Cherie, you stay here. CJ, you go out there with them doctors. Y'all get the hell out my room.
Yep.
That woman was crazy.
Well, she would taking the tube out of her, the tube that go down into your stomach. She kept on pulling that out.
Her feeding tube. She
Yeah,
didn't want
she
that
didn't want that in.
She
Like she was just like,
Right. And you have to let people do what they want to do.
yeah.
We it'd be the family and friends that be trying to force people. No, this you let them do what they want to do at they place right there. And if that was her wish, that's your wish.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody get out.
Yep, that's a fact. That was her favorite words. I know damn well that lady ain't sit up there and tell you that shit, Maria. No,
Tell me
she
which
talked.
one?
Your aunt.
Yeah, your aunt.
Oh, yeah, she did. She did. Yeah. And see, people don't understand how words can hurt for a long time. You can't take back what you hear. But at the end of the day, we end up being okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Marie, you hold on to that for life. Yeah. Yep. I mean, you ain't going. I mean, anything that's another thing when you lose somebody and then people be like, or somebody say something like, "You need to get over that," or "You still upset about that."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That make you want to just
take your life.
Yeah.
Right. Just everybody, it ain't one person on this earth that's alike. I don't care if you got 20 twins.
Exactly.
Every one of y'all are different.
Yep.
Nobody has the same fingerprint in life. So we're not going to do everything alike at all. Period.
That's a fact. You're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
People just, ooh. Grateful says, at 7 weeks old, I shouldn't be here. My daddy in house fire, but God, I'm 50 years and daddy just turned 70. Can't nobody tell me what my God can't do. I know that's right.
That's right.
Amen. Grateful.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Chocolate Drop said, Tag, that's true about healing on the other side. My mom suffered with HIV for 16 years before she passed. She used to say, I just want a new body. I now know what she meant by that.
See?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah. And that's what my mom passed away from. And watching her suffer was the hardest thing ever. Like it was bad. It was real bad. Like those 3 letters, they put you through it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And now understand it's different when somebody is healthy and something happened that day and we lose them. It's still hurtful. We still sad, but when you have to go down a sick path first, I had to do that too with both of them. It wasn't nothing that just happened. I had to go through that and watch the deterioration. It's a different feeling.
No, that's a fact. Just watching them. You just watching them. And like I said, all you can do is just continue to be there for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do.
Yep, that's it.
Keep her laughing, and all of that. But it was just hard seeing her, crying. And, I remember she told me one time, she was like, I'm just ready to go. And it upset me at the time, because I'm like, stop talking like that. And I still remember that one time where I went to go see her and it started eating away at her brain. So she didn't even know who I was. And that killed me. Like that one, that's the one time where it was too much.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, Sharice. I think Sharice had told me to just step out for a little while just to, get my head together because it was
it's very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming.
Yeah, it was tough. That one was tough. But I mean, I still remember walking in the room when she passed away because we was on our way to see her. She passed. She was at the hospital, and they didn't call me and tell me she passed. They told me when I got there. So I was kind of pissed off about that, But I just remember them saying, "Yeah, she passed away," and all of that. And I walked in the room; it was so quiet. Like no machines was going. You know, it was just dead quiet. I shut the door, and it was just me and her. I grabbed her hand, and I just talked to her like she was still there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, you know, I remember telling her, I'm so happy for you because you don't have to suffer no more.
Right.
And so, and she smiled, like I said, she had a little smile on her face. Like it was like a little smile on her face, and her hands was on her stomach. No, her hands was to her side. And she had this little smile on her face, like she was just happy.
She was happy.
You
It
know?
wasn't like she was happy. She
Yeah.
was happy. She knew that suffering was about to end.
Yeah.
You know, and we tend to want to pray people here, and we got to stop doing that. You know, we got to stop it. You know, they fighting to say, hey, like your mom was like, hey, I'm ready. Don't, you know, and people don't fight to hold me here. I'm going through this. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Yeah. I mean, as hard as it was, I was happy to see her at peace.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I definitely feel y'all in this chat.
Yep.
Unc said your family not in charge of that. I am. Oh,
I don't even remember what part we was talking about. What part was that, babe?
that was when you was talking about not wanting a funeral and all of that.
Oh yeah, because I had told my family member that I'm like, well, my husband already know. You know what I'm saying? So she wasn't happy about it whatsoever. But you know, unfortunately for you, he in charge of what take place with me, you know.
That's right.
And he already know.
Maria has better have something so we can have a jam fest to celebrate you.
That's what y'all do then. You have a
Right.
jam fest to celebrate me. That's it. No, nothing else. I don't want no sad stories. None of that. Just be happy and continue to do, live life.
I want everybody.
Because I feel like my spirit going somewhere else. I'm about to meet new people anyway. Don't hold me back. I'm trying to go over in the new realm and meet these whole new people because I'm sick of y'all. Well, not y'all. Not y'all nice
I know what
people.
you're saying.
But I'm sick of these people up and through here.
Right.
So we might end somewhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, I like your being. We good. The hell?
Oh Lord. Man, what was I about to say?
I don't know, but I'm glad you forgot because I was about to choke you.
I don't even know. Oh no, I was about to say I want everybody to just have like a $2 party. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
You know what? You got one more $2, $5, $1. You know what? Somebody let me the hell out of here.
I'm just saying.
Where's the exit door at? You know what?
I'm about to leave with you, Auntie. Cause what?
Sharice, let's just both get up and walk away for about 5 seconds.
Come
We
on.
out.
Come on.
Oh Lord. Well, look, we're gonna go right to these comments while these 5 seconds they gone. How about that? The show must go on. Tag said yes, chocolate. It's hard to have them here, but it's comforting to know the pain is gone. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go through these comments, although try to get through these last little comments, y'all. Toya said, "Damn it, damn allergies. I love and thank y'all. This is real love."
Oh, you damn.
Absolutely, Toya.
Me either, Auntie. Big Dom said, "Keep the money, and I don't need the fake love or energy around. Cremate my ass and throw me on the mantle." I know that's right.
Absolutely.
Don't even throw me on your mantle. Just throw me in the ocean.
You going around my neck, so you shut up.
Well, I'm just saying, like for the people, when it comes down to the fake people, the fake love.
No.
Right. Because I probably wouldn't have but about 6 good people at my funeral anyway. So
That's
why
sad.
we spending all that money and I ain't even know. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yep. Chocolate Drop said, "Yes, Maria, that's how I am. I've only been to a few funerals since my mom passed. I'm just mentally can't. Me, that's how I feel, or how I felt. I was 23. My mother passed away. Passed away in 2007.
Mm, mm, mm.
And it's been a long time. That's what, 19 years? Yeah, it's been 19 years.
19 years?
Yeah,
You know what? And I still count the years too. You'll never stop.
yeah.
You'll never stop counting the years. Every blue moon, I'll just sit back and I'll count, like, wow, it's been like 30 some years since
Mhm.
my mom passed. Like, oh my gosh, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to share anything about your journey or your experience?
Go ahead and go through the comments, right?
Okay.
I've only been to
Uh, that's just a song you said. My husband want to be preacher,
cremated
preacher
and
mate. All right.
spread in the water too. So I'm gonna wear that around my neck. Oh,
Yeah, that's what Sharice just said. I want a celebration of life with live music. Oh, sorry, I'm on the tag biggest fan. Sorry, y'all.
I love her music. Her
Um,
intro.
I want a celebration of life with live music so that one family member doesn't have a chance to get up singing a song they can't really sing. Pray make me and spread me around my favorite places. Tag you is petty. Petty. You can't even get up and sing my song. Yeah, that's gonna show how much you love me.
Right.
That's genius, actually. My funeral, bro. I want somebody to send out a huge group text that say, "Thank y'all for coming."
That's so Sonya.
I knew she was gonna put that in there. I knew.
Evolving Lady said, "I'm here.
Hey, Marvin lady.
I'm here, family. Just listening to everyone's experience is truly heartfelt. May divine, peaceful healing be upon you all." We
Thank you
love,
so much, lady
Yes.
Gail.
love her words. I swear, I told you she like the female version of
All the
Tom.
time. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Her and Tom always got some beautiful things to say in the chat. And Lex said, when your mom, Annie B said, when your mom or dad call you to pick up the phone because the one time you did not pick up the phone will never come back. Check up on them when they gone. Exactly, because they're not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. That's why I get so pissed off when I see people whose parents are still here treat them like crap.
Yeah.
Oh, that used to. Oh my God, CJ.
Hmm.
Not so much now that I'm grown, but when I was in school, and people used to be like, "Oh, I hate my mom. That bitch. That this that." Oh my gosh, I used to be so furious, for
Mm-hmm.
real. Like that hurt me because you said that about yours. Because I can't say nothing to mine.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Yeah. I wish I could say something or a hug, get a hug.
Yep.
Michelle said, I turned to the streets when I lost my grandmother, who was my best friend. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm,
I
mm.
mean, like I said, everybody deals with it differently,
Everybody deal different.
you know.
Mm, mm, mm.
Sonia said, when my grandmother passed, I've missed that woman out so much. But when she dies, oh, when my grandmother died, I missed that woman so much. But when she died, we found a suitcase full of obituaries. She went to everybody's funeral. Mm,
Wow.
yeah,
Mm, mm,
Like me,
mm.
I've got a bunch of obituaries. I go to everybody's funeral.
yeah.
Mm,
I
mm,
mean,
mm.
I just became numb to funerals.
Yeah, I think me and CJ on the same side with that. I'm talking numb. I can't do them. I had a very, very, very close friend of mine pass away. But before she passed, we had got together. It's one of the moments she was feeling really good and whatnot.
Mhm.
But I told her, I said, once and you start to get ill I said, I'm not coming. I said, because I only want to remember you good. I don't want to see that because
Right,
that's all I'm going to see.
right,
I
Mm-hmm.
want to remember our laughter, our this, our that. I may know, but I don't want to see it.
right,
And she understood. I was there, but once it's I was like, nope, I can't do it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But I told her and she understood and we were good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's good. That's good that she understood what you was trying. What you was saying.
Yeah.
And didn't take it anywhere else. But
And I'm very thankful because that's just all it was with me. I need to remember people. I want to remember what, I don't want that to be the last thing I see.
Right.
Like, unless I have to for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, this has been amazing, everybody. It is 8:30, and like we said, we don't like to keep y'all too long. We will revisit this, and hopefully, Auntie could come back and co-host it with us.
Absolutely. No problem.
What up, Aunt? See you back there.
Can't nobody do them hours better than CJ, baby. Nobody. You hear me? For real.
Yeah,
God dog it.
and I say,
you just don't know, CJ. When you do that, I be cracking up, and I be like, that's only somebody that done paid attention to that know, because you got it down packed, man. For real.
that's a person
Freaking awesome. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate y'all so much. I hope I said something that enlightened or helped somebody in the chat or what have you. But thank y'all so much. I enjoyed myself.
Absolutely. It's always
Thank you
a pleasure.
for coming, Auntie.
And hopefully next time we can, like I said, we'd love to have you here to co-host, and then we can maybe bring some of the Den dwellers up to share their stories.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all can come on up on the panel and share your story. You know what I'm saying? And we can just keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because this is healing.
Yeah.
This is healing. So heal. We heal together.
That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact. We sorry we couldn't get to every single comment, but we coming back. So just take that comment that you didn't see, bring it to the next one.
Yes, bring it to the
You know
next
what I'm
one.
saying?
And if you didn't take anything away, I hope everybody took this one thing away. Make sure you check on your people, y'all. Check on the kids.
Yes.
And remember, when someone passed away, that time that it first happened is not the only important time. Months later is still important. Still reach out and check on them. People always seem to be there when it first happened. But once that funeral is over, months later, people still need support.
Yes.
Continue to check on your loved ones, y'all.
Yeah. That's a fact. That is a fact. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for all the kind words that I'm going through right now. Everybody saying thank you and that y'all love us. We love y'all too.
Absolutely.
Y'all know this is what the social den is about. You know what I'm saying? This is your getaway. This is your way to get it all off your chest and something that you've been holding on to for a long time, and you're comfortable here. That's why y'all see going across that screen. It says no judgment zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what's said in the social den stays in the social den.
Yeah. And I hope to see y'all this Friday for my very first mental check-in.
Mental check-in. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
We will start dropping that thumbnail, from now, tonight up until the show. So we hope everybody can be there. I'm gonna be in the back watching her on this big screen.
Like the cowboy doing me right now.
Yep. Yep, I'm gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? So all right, y'all. So we about to get up out of here. Y'all know how we get out of here every single week. You know what I'm saying? We gotta end the show with prayer. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all could all just bow your heads for me and let's let Sister Vicky get us up out of here and only the way that she knows how.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the time we've shared together today. We are grateful for the insights and connections we've made through this series. As we close, we ask for your continued guidance and blessings on all those who participate in our community. May your wisdom and love inspire us to grow, learn, and support one another. Keep us safe and bring us back together in the spirit of fellowship and understanding. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 And amen again. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Aunts, we love you. Aunt, we love you.
Love you.
Love y'all.
You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. We will see y'all next week for a brand new episode of the Social Den season 5. You know what I'm saying?
Come through season 5.
Season 5. You know what I'm saying? So we love y'all, man. We will see y'all Friday night for Sharice's mental check-in. We will see y'all Saturday night for Auntie and Unc's amazing, classic, epic jam fest always.
Yes. Is Family Feud tomorrow, Auntie?
Yeah, Family Feud still on.
Okay, so Family Feud tomorrow night. Okay, so we got Family Feud tomorrow night. Mental check-in Friday with Sharice. Jam Fest Saturday night. And then Sticks on Sunday night. I mean on Sunday.
Morning.
I'm doing nothing after this. We still doing.
I mean, we can do a train if y'all want.
Debo?
No.
Oh, is that next?
Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you that's tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's tomorrow night. But that's sports. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You know, that's everybody not into sports.
Never mind.
You know, my fault. I thought she was saying train, but that's after Auntie Nut Live.
Oh, okay. Y'all can do a train. Who going live next?
Look. We can do a train.
Bye, y'all.
Sit your train ass down. All right?
Oh,
there won't be no trains up in here.
Game night Friday. Okay, Sonia says she doing game night. So game night, Sonia is doing game night Friday.
So game night Friday after you?
Yep. Sonia doing game night after me. So my mental check-in is from 6 to 7, and then we rolling right on into game night.
There you go.
Okay, 7 o'clock. Okay.
All right, so y'all got it's a lot going on this week, man, for the rest of the week. So y'all go ahead and do your thing.
Hey, Valerie, welcome in. Look at Auntie Simply Dirty Dog.
All right, y'all, we out here. Make sure you tell somebody you love them if you haven't already, because tomorrow's not what?
Love y'all.
All right, we love y'all. We will see y'all next week. And until next time, folks. Hold on, I got to take all this stuff down. Until next time, folks. Peace.